I want to see just how much money I can make in the shipping business. But there's a bit of a catch. You see, my port, there's a giant hurricane coming. There's all sorts of disasters I'm gonna have to deal with, including myself operating heavy machinery. But I'm gonna manage operations, the vehicles, and complete high priority contracts, all under tight deadlines, in an effort to make as much money as is possible. So let's check it out. That ship does not look like it's in a very good condition. What a gorgeous ship. Well, needless to say, the hurricane is doing this ship no service. So there it is. The ship just made it to port, and we've got to unload as much of the containers as possible to basically reduce how much weight is on Everton's Express. Sorry if you're a Liverpool fan. The boom has been known to freeze while lowered. Lights on. So, turn the lights on, and we're heading up to the top of the tower here. Unfortunately, I have a little elevator. Now, as we rise up, I sort of feel a little bit nostalgic. What if I told you that there's actually a universe out there where I'm not BaronVonGames, and instead I'm actually working at a container ship port? Ooh. Or maybe on a ship. Or maybe on one of the cranes. Because I actually thought about joining the container shipping industry because I just thought these ships looked so dang cool. And I went over to Singapore and I was studying there and working there. And that's actually where I discovered YouTube. So as we lower the boom down, which just sounds fun to say, I just knew I had to play the game. The fact that I'm getting paid to do it is just a cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake. That is my life. But now it's time to get into the operator's cabin, which is actually over on the other side. I've never been on one of these things. I've been to the ports. I've seen the ships. I've actually never been on one of the ships. But to be up in one of these cranes, like, it definitely helps me appreciate just how massive they are. This is what I tell my wife all the time. It's bigger than it looks, this container crane. Man, it took a long time to navigate ourselves over here. But now we are in command. So this is all about just like the simulator-like experience of, you know, being a container crane operator. Oh man, I'm a little bit nervous. So they've highlighted my first container that they want me to target here. And fortunately, like, we've got a nice glass floor here, so we can see what we're about to lower the boom crane on. Alternatively, we can have this really, really good external view, which you wouldn't be able to have in real life. But this is a video game. Now, I just want to say a big shout out and thank you to Saber for sponsoring this video. Docked is available right now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC via both Steam and the Epic Games Store for $29.99, and there's a deluxe edition for $39.99. And you can get it using the link in the description below. So let's get back to the action. You know what? I think this looks pretty good. We don't want to come down too hot. Ooh, there we go. We have green. Oh my gosh, this is glorious. Is this actually gonna fit? It does! So now we've got to lock it. All right, we're locked. Now I should be able to just raise this bad boy up. Now, yeah, this container that I have right now actually looks like it's got some kind of a liquid in it, maybe, or a gas. It's not a normal, just, you know, big old container there. It's crazy to think how much of the world, like how much of the stuff that we consume, we play with, that we use, are shipped in these containers. Let's go ahead and just go down and look at that, the grins. What if I release the twist locks right now? I mean, it's a bad idea, right? But I'm tempted to try it. Now, it won't let you untwist the locks until you're actually touching the ground, so I can't just like drop and catapult this stuff. Now we've got to move one of the 40-foot containers. Oh, it's another tank container. Now, how do I get this elongated? Like, my crane doesn't look wide enough. All right, going down. Oh, it's gonna spread. All right, so we just press tab. Now, what's this? Parking. Enable parking mode. Headlights, we've got wipers. I'm gonna turn those on. And look, there's my wipers. Okay. And we can play this way if we want. All right, we're locked on. Raise it up. So all we gotta do is move this one back. Now, I probably shouldn't stack it on the little one. That would likely be pretty explosive. This is what it does look like from here. Man, I feel like this would be really kind of tough to do. Like, limited to this as opposed to like what's effectively a perfect 3D view. All right, we've made touchdown and we did it. And we earned some fresh, juicy money. With that, we're gonna be able to upgrade. which should allow us to invest in like better machinery, upgrade our facilities, and just grow the, the family port business here. Oh. I wonder where we are in the world right now. Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay, I thought that was one of the big cranes. Wow, we're gonna have so much to clean up. So here is the container yard. We've got the shipping line, the power plant, yard B, and yard G. All the other ones seem to be relatively in poor condition. So first things first, let's check out what jobs we got. Right now I have a daily limit of 2 jobs. So we'll accept the dangerous cargo mission. And look at what we're gonna be using today, the reach stacker. All right, so I can change my view once again to have just like a much better command of this massive vehicle. So we're in driving mode now. And I love how like we turn from the rear wheels, not from the front wheels. Which, you know, is sort of how I grew up driving a car, was the other way. But that's always the fun of these games, is just like getting to sort of live out what seems to be a low risk, high reward life of, you know, running a container shipping yard. Is that one of them, or is this the, yeah, okay. So I've got a park right here. It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to, but I think we can figure this out. Sidle in all nicely. So we're gonna raise the boom, then move forward with it. And I can adjust the yaw, aka this away and that away. And we'll just lower it nicely here. Drop the spreader lock.
Hey, Tommy,
Raise it again.
Yeah, it's me, all right.
Gosh, this thing is awesome. So now we gotta go
Still
this
using
way.
that thing.
So I don't think we're gonna tip over or anything like that. Yo, look at how like in poor condition this facility is. Oh gosh. Now, fortunately right now all we have to do is just like position it over here. But we wanna make room for the next one, which is the 40-foot one. I mean, this is one of those like good enough for government works, you know? Just do a nice little backup here. Don't hit anything. Do any of you work in the container shipping industry or have parents or family who do? And we'll adjust for a 40-foot unit. And I think I got it. Oh, this is cool. I can move it left and right. All right, I actually got it. All right, wide turns here. Whoa! Whoops. I hit that container on my way over here, and actually, it said I did about 2% damage. So I guess I'll have to be a little bit more careful. I mean, obviously. So we'll just put it down right here. Man, yeah, those 3 little viewpoints give me a really good idea of just like where these containers are in 3D space based off where my viewpoint is. It can be a little bit tricky, but once again, made some sweet cash, and we didn't get knocked for our damage. So we were clearly below the damage threshold there. 1 job down and another to go. Ooh, okay, I've got 71,000 funds.
Not much.
Oh my gosh. So out of our $71,000, I have to spend $50,000 just to repair the shipping line. But I mean, if you think about it, it's one of the most key components of this enterprise at the moment. But I can call it shipping orders? Oh, it's Evertons, not Everton. Whoops. So we did dangerous cargo. We could replay it if we wanted to, but we're gonna do the dock cleaning work. All right, so the storm's still around, and I've got 3 containers to move. Look at this, man. You can see where the green lines are gonna line up, like in that middle graphic. Just move a little bit this way, and everything's green, so we can go ahead and lower it. Now, I don't think I need to raise this too high. Well, that was easy enough. So this is gonna be the tricky one, sort of. It's right behind me where this needs to go, ultimately. We're gonna have to get this up to our 40-foot unit, but we know how to do that now. It's at a odd angle. There we go. So by pressing T or G, that should be good. Oh, I feel so proud of myself, man. And then we adjust it like that. There's so many axes. This is gonna be a multi-point turn, I think, unless we swing it wide and miss the boom. Gotta make sure I don't hit my truck either. I'm surprised at like how relatively fluid this all is. Just gotta make sure not to hit the container in front of me. All right, here we go. We're looking for touchdown. Here we go. Now before we turn, we gotta raise above. And I actually have to move a container out of the way, which looks like, is it a 20-footer? It's a 20-footer, not even a 40-footer. Okay, so we'll adjust. No, it's a 40-footer. Optical illusion from that angle. Oh, cool, I can just push it out. Wait, can I just push it out of the way? Let's try it. I don't think this is technically how you're supposed to do it. Oh, job damage. Yeah, there you go. That is not how we're supposed to do it. We'll just laterally. I think this is one of those games like you gotta play to truly experience just how satisfying it feels. Now my thought is they haven't given me a predetermined space to drop this, so I'm gonna try something a little bit risky. I mean, I think it's risky. Actually, no, I won't be able to do it. I was gonna drop it behind it. We'll move this out of the way over here. You know, I should be able to stack it, right? Is this the best spot to put it? Oh! Huh? Ooh! That is hilarious. Okay, well, we thought we were being creative. And we were. Just dangerously creative, which is my favorite kind. So damage job is at 20%, more than we've ever done. But you know what? That's okay. And as you get closer, we should, there we go. We've got the locks. There we go. Everything looks pretty green, although I do want to slightly adjust it. Alrighty, we got her. The last one. And everything's green. So let's check out the day's results. 2 jobs done, 22,000 cash earned, and we're on to the next day. Wait, bad news. What's worse than the hurricane? Okay, you're kidding me. There's another hurricane coming, even as a Floridian. That seems to be a little bit excessive. All right, so checking the milestone. So we've got a milestone goal and a couple of tasks here to do. Complete 2 jobs, have 2 reach stackers. Oh, wow. We only have 1 right now. I wonder how expensive they are to get more than 1. And sign orders. Okay, so we'll head on over to the economy tab. But we have a shipping line. This is what I was really looking for. And we can get a trucking line and a railway line? Heck yes. All right. So I think the order was like 200 TEU, right? Price per TEU is high, but the penalty per TEU is also high. Look at this one. The penalty is more than the price. So it's like if you mess up, I feel like the clear choice here is probably track folks. So the TEU is 20-foot container, as my dad here is explaining to me. Since, you know, this is a nice family-run business. Oh, look, the one I picked is the one they want me to do. So we gotta set up the process chains. This is interesting, the logistical management of this. Okay, so we don't have a straddle carrier, terminal tractor, RTG crane, or RMG crane. And somehow we need to unload, transport, and then load this up again. All right, so we'll fill it with the reach stacker, but we're gonna need to purchase a new one, so we head on over to the vehicles tab. All right, so we need enough money to buy another reach stacker. So I need 17,000. So let's go rescue this critical cargo, which is gonna be interesting because I think we're going to the beach. Oh man, we've got a long distance to go. All right, so this is the container we gotta pick up. Oh, unfortunately I have to go around this giant curve. This does allow it to turn real easily by having the turning function and the rear wheels. So moving on up, switching to 40 foot, and looks like we got it. Yeah, the mini game of aligning it is surprisingly fun. So we'll lift it up, not want to hit that semi truck, and now it's like, is this the right way to turn? Probably not, but it's the one I've chosen. Yeah, this is I got myself in a pickle. Luckily, we don't have any job damage just yet. You know what? I think I have to like back out of here. Just the nature of the way this vehicle turns. All the while, I've got this giant 40-foot container just like chilling up there. Hey, but this is the first job. We're gonna have to do 2 in order to get the money. We'll just raise it up. Oh! I didn't see that one. Who's organizing this yard? Okay, I want to meet the man. It's me. And give him a promotion. So 14% job damage. This is the Ent from Lord of the Rings to say, don't be hasty, Master Hobbit, but I am definitely hasty. Oh, sorry, Dad, knocked another construction cone in the water. I'm just like the dude who's like, yo, sorry, Dad, I've been playing video games at work right now, all right? Nice. Yeah, we did it. Look at these views. So 13,000 in the bank. We gotta do another job though before I can get another reach stacker. Still can't afford it. We're 1,000 off. So of the jobs remaining, I can do. It's time to prepare some containers. You need to move 3 containers off the ship. 3 containers have to be unloaded from the ship. I don't know why this one's hard difficulty? Do we want to find out? Yes, we do. I've never made a mistake in my life. Gosh, like, look at that. That is beautiful. Logistical efficiency, the pinnacle of human engineering in terms of shipping. Use the SDS crane to move the containers to the side of the truck and then move 3 containers off the ship. Okay. And then I need to put the 20-foot container here and the 40-foot container onto the truck. Okay. That's a bit of a job. As far as like, what's the fastest? Wait, am I doing this all with the crane? I'm not using the stack reacher to do any of this stuff? Cool. All right, let's get up there. All right, I turned the lights on because, you know, it's maybe sunset. Yeah, see, like, people love driving those 18-wheeler trucks, but, like, this is cooler, okay? It's just cooler. There's got to be an elevator somewhere, right? I missed it. Here it is. So we're going all the way up. I feel like we're sort of like in maybe like Washington State or something like that. You see the big mountains and the big trees. I don't think that area gets hurricanes. So we make our way across. I'm getting lost on my own crane, man. There it is. Get in the command chair. The boom is raised, so we can't start the engine. Then what we need to do is lower the boom. I want to see it. I want to see the boom being lowered. We're sort of blocked by, well, you know, the size of this thing. It's kind of scary being like, this is how high up you are to get a crane. Like, this one giant contraption powers all of this. It's sort of surreal. All right, well, now we should be able to fire up the engine because the boom is lowered. So you can't tell me I can't do it now, game. You hear me? I wonder how expensive this thing is in real life. There's my 3 containers. One of them is not looking too good. I'm gonna go for that one first. This is so freaking cool. So I'm gonna have to come at some kind of an angle. I've never done one of those pickups before. Well, let's see. I need to adjust the yeet. No, I need to adjust the pitch. No, the roll. There we go. That looks about good, right? This is really tricky. I think we have it. Yes. So we'll pick it up and adjust it back. So this is the wild part, right? This entire crane is going to move laterally so that we can lower this on top of that designated zone. Like, look at us moving, man. Just absolutely wild. Now, I believe we're gonna have to put 2 down here, so we need to leave room for both. I am going to be a shipping tycoon. All right, 1 done. Now I can do these 2 simultaneously. Yeah, there's sort of like spatial relations that you need to sort of like be able to comprehend. Sort of make this like a very satisfying puzzle when you pull it off. Now there's a container sort of in the way, so I gotta be mindful that I don't hit it. But we should be pretty good. All right, we got a lock. Now, can I do this? Ooh, I can. That's a little bit cheeky. Unfortunately, there's those yellow lines as a bit of a reference on the ground, so I can be lowering it too. Coordinating all that, well, I think it'll take a little bit of practice, but I could definitely see myself like getting to a point of like, well, maybe near mastery. All right, now we've just got the 40-footer, which does have to go on a truck, so this is gonna have to be the most delicate of them all. And you might notice that the 40-footer that I have to go to is pretty down deep with some containers sticking out in areas in ways I don't really like, especially this one on the top. All right, so we've got the green saying we're centered. Now I'm curious, as we go down, will I hit this white container? The answer is just yes. So if we're careful, we should be able to navigate around it. Yeah, we're just under it. And by just under, I mean we're not quite yet. We're actually like all up on it. Wait, what am I stuck on now? It won't let me drop. Oh, there we go. Got a lock. Now this is gonna be the tricky part. Oh! Okay. Oh no. Uh-oh. You know, there's another way to do it, which is just force it. I was like, wait, I'm gonna have to move the top one. I was like, no, we're not doing that. We are not gonna do that. Now the job damage was 81%, so still in acceptable parameters, even if just barely. All right, so we gotta get that. Wait, what? I can't move anymore? Do I have to move the truck? Move the, oh, we gotta, son of a biscuit. We gotta move the containers that are in the way of the truck. Well, this is what you get for not reading directions. This always happened when I would build Lego sets, man. I just wouldn't read the directions and then I'd be like, what is this one piece for? And then I'd have to go back. All right, we've got that. Now we just need to turn and start to lower. Now I should get my grid, which says we're pretty much locked on. I wonder how far I need to go. This seems like an okay spot. Now I need to switch, I believe, to 20. Yeah, I see the driver in the truck. I mean, should get the green now, right? There we go. And we've got lock. All right, truck boy. Oh, look at that. How cool. All right, switch to 40 and look for the green. There it is. All right, we got it. Now we got to move up so we don't smash this truck. Imagine being a truck driver and like there's some dude like above you who has the ability to smite you and your truck. Okay, now luckily there's this right here which says we should be centered. Oh my gosh, that's scary. There we go. No way, we did it, and only 81% damage. Now with that, I'm very pleased to announce the new purchase. Yeah, now let's go to, do we go to, I can successfully take on this order of 200 TEU. That would be the equivalent of 200 of the 20-foot containers, or like, I guess, well, 200 of the 20 foots or 100 of the 40 foots. And look at that, I get some bonus money. And we just got some money from it. Oh, there is maintenance fees and profit and loss at the end of the day. We're at negative $4,000? Dang. Dad, this business is a little bit tough. So, day 2 is ended and we're on to day 3. Now we've got the new buildings and upgrades, a shipping office and yard B. So milestone 2, reach daily cargo throughput of 450 TEU. I think I could only carry up to 350, I thought. Complete the mission emergency, upgrade yard B to level 2, and sign 2 orders.
But to do that, you'll need a straddle carrier.
I love that. We want a straddle carrier, but in order to do that, we'll need a straddle carrier. Okay, you got it. So that would be in vehicles. Let's see how expensive that is. 55,000, and fortunately for me, we're only at 31,000, and we're at negative $13,000 in profit. Good. All right, so let's, oh, and if I have another shipping office, level 2 and 3, we can take on multiple orders. So what do we need? Okay, I need 90 materials in order to get that. Unfortunately, one of the jobs, look at this. So we won't get any money for this, but we will get the materials we need. It's time to learn how to use the oversized cargo and clean up the terminal. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous about that, and I'm sure my dad would be too. Oh, remove the cargo from the designator to unblock this gate. Then we gotta move the highlighted containers. And both containers need to be designated, wow, under this overpass. Hey, Mark, who are you? Open the radio menu. Oh, oversized 20, okay. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so now we're using cables, which is interesting. So it says hold R to detach all the ropes. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to put this thing for now. I think we just need to get it out of the way. So I'll put it over here where there's other broken stuff. And when it's on the ground, we'll just detach all the ropes. Yeah, that thing is wobbling all around. So it taught me a new thing, but that wasn't terribly difficult. And I think since it's junk, ooh, that thing's swinging wildly. Just gonna drop it there. 2%, this garbage, man. So I gotta move these 2 containers into there and just go back to the 40 foot. Oh man, it's like, I dropped it at a, All right, we got a lock. Yo, who parked their cars right here, man? I'm working here. Now, I definitely gotta raise this up because swinging stuff around and hitting things on the side is normally where I've taken damage before. Whoop. All right, so this is what, container B? So this is gonna get me materials, yeah? All right, there we go. Got a clean drop. Excellent. Only one left. Gate opens nice and quick. Woo. Yo, we are like the finest of margins at times. Oh, we need to use the ropes to turn this upside down? Okay. How do we want to do this? Ooh. Oh, a rope broke. All right, we'll try 4 ropes this time. We'll just try to flip it this way. Oh, that didn't work. Rotate it. Yeah, my pitch like this. Hey, there we go. All right, let's try it. Come on, baby. There we go. That should work. Now we'll just go back to regular 40-foot mode. Now this one's a little bit bigger than the last one. Or it feels like it. I guess it's still a 40-footer though. Open the gate. We're coming in. Oh my gosh, look how close we were to that building. I I bet it's a rule on the job, like don't mess with 2 axes at the same time. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it twice. There we go. Excellent. I did it, Dad. So that was hard. It sort of was, but we did it. And as a result, what do we want to do? Do we want Yard B first or the shipping office? So it looks like we need to upgrade Yard B and then get test drive. But we need the straddle carrier, which is 55,000. So I think we do need to sign another order. And I think I can accommodate 250 TEU. So we'll sign the order. So upgrade the shipping office. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. So the upgrade's been completed. Well, what happens if I can't do it? I guess we want something that has a high price with a low penalty. So whatever the best differential for that is. I think it's this one. It's a 25 differential. That's a 28 differential. And they're all the same amount of TEUs effectively. So I guess we will sign that order. Got 25 resources for doing that. Yeah, so we're about 190 TEU light. But we're in the daily profit now. But considering where we started to where we are now, I'm very happy and quite impressed. And once again, I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Saber for sponsoring this video. Remember that Docked is available right now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC on both Steam and Epic Games Store. $29.99, and there's a deluxe edition for $39.99, and you can get it using the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.